Welcome to SNJ Tamil Nadu Volleyball League's first edition. The match is between VILLUPURAM Super Kings and VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers. It's day 6 and match 11. It's halfway through of the league and Chennai Rockstars are topping on the table. This is Vijay. I have co-commentator Sabri with me. Good afternoon, Sabri.
Malay Vanakkam Anaivarkum. Good evening to Vijay as well as me, Sabri. And we can see the SNJ Tamil Nadu Volleyball League, which is both the teams are getting warm up. Where we can see the lineup actions of both the team as well as the Virudhnagar Kingmakers have lost the first two matches and they have been come back on the third match. They have won a match against the Kumari Phoenix, where we can see the first team to come up on the line. That is the Vaishnav, the captain of VILLUPURAM Super Kings, come for the lineup, and Vinayak Rokde, the experienced setter who plays for the Bangalore Torpedoes, also a former Indian player. Swaminathan, Vaishnav GR, Yuvraj, the middle blocker from Tamil Nadu, Gopinath, Madhu, Amit, Shivasankaran, Praveen Kumar, Angamuthu, Anand Kumar, Sanjay, Libero Prabhakaran and Hari Prasant. So you can see the team which has the combination of Vinayak Rokde and Vaishnav, Gopinath, Amit and the Angamuthu, the top players from the VILLUPURAM Super Kings, but somehow they are getting failed. I hope they will try to win this match for the day and they will bring much more laurels for the VILLUPURAM Super Kings, where we can see the other team which is gonna play for the opponent side, and they have the experienced Karthi as the captain of the team. Karthi is a nice person, calm person who can handle all the stuffs and who has a lot of experience playing in the leagues as well as, and he has represented for early for the Karnataka, and then he has transferred right now to the Tamil Nadu state. He is playing for the team Virudhnagar Kingmakers. The Prasanna Raja is a setter, the other setter is the Kabilan, both the young lads. Prasanna Raja, who has represented for the Chennai Blitz and also he has represented for the Ahmedabad Defenders. Where we have the middle blocker Saju Prakash. Saju Prakash has stopped his game in between and he is coming back to this tournament where we can make a prominent place in the Tamil Nadu volleyball as well as the international volleyball. Karthik A, Gautam, Nanda Gopal. Nanda Gopal is an interesting segment of the tournament, and whether he is from the Ahmedabad Defenders. They are the defending champions from the Prime Volleyball League, where we can see the initial start from the Nanda Gopal was a bad start, but after that they have retained it very well, and I hope Nanda Gopal should make a sensible play on this tournament. Vignesh, Vinith Kumar is from Kolkata Thunderbolts. He's playing for the Kolkata Thunderbolts as well as he's an experienced international attacker. He's one of the best attacker from India, so they have a value added point. And Vinayagamurthy, Parthiban, Raghu, Akash, Ajit and the libero Srikanth. These are both the team combinations, as well as I don't think so there should be a much change in the team, but both the teams are looking forward for the points table to come up, where we can see the points table. Yesterday's we can see the match between the Chennai has made a huge potential where they have won all the 5 sets. That's the first team who had made it the prominent place on the points table, and they have got 3 points. That is the first team who have won all the 5 sets. Chennai Rockstars have played 4 matches. The first set was the loss for them, but even though you should remember, guys, the first match for the Chennai Rockstars, they had a tough fight only. They made it a crucial, but the team has gelled well. The coach Ahmed Khan has made a prominent place for them. They have played 4 matches, 3-1 and 1 loss, and they have 8 points under their tabletop, and they have a comfortable position in the chart, whereas the Cuddaloo Withers retaining with the 3 matches, they have all the 3 matches winning and they have 6 points. That is a good sign from the Cuddaloo Withers, and we have also heard about the Cuddaloo Withers, the owner, and he is also a player and he is very much interested, and where we have the captain Jerome Vinith is representing for the Cuddaloo Withers. Whereas we can go for the Krishnagiri Bulls, 3 matches and 2-1 and 1 loss and 4 points. Virudhnagar Kingmakers, 3 matches and they have 3 points. Kumari Phoenix with 4 matches and they have 2 points, 1-1. Whereas the last but not least, VILLUPURAM Super Kings, where they're playing for the today, they have to open an account for winning a match. They have lost all the 3 matches and they have 2 points. Dear viewers, please don't listen. Please don't worry about anything. This is the Tamil Nadu Volleyball League, which has been organized by SNJ, a great initiative, a trend setting by the Tamil Nadu Volleyball Association as well as the Tamil Nadu Volleyball League. There are few rules and regulations which has been organized by the, and they have formed a structure. That is, they have a points of 21. Each set has 21. All the 5 sets the team has to play A and B. Whichever team wins first 3 sets, it is not mandatory to close the game. They have to play for the points. The set difference is also mandatory. So they have to play all the 5 points, and there is also super serve and super point. Super point is like the team can opt before 17 points and then they take it up and they get 2 points. That is also a major difference, which will make the team to come up, as well as the super serve. Without any body contact, the ball falls down. The team gets the super serve. Now you can see the team gets ready for the first set of action. Let's wait and watch.
Welcome back, viewers. Virudhnagar Kingmakers are back into action after winning the first match. Prasanna Raja served the ball well for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. Well, that's the first point for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. That's an excellent start of the day. Sabri, this is getting excited because you see Prasanna Raja. He's doing wonderful job for.
Vijay, this is the initial start of the game, and I don't think so that should be an excitement. Prasanna Raja goes for the second serve, and it falls directly on the ground. But I don't think so. They will get 2 points because it has been on the net, and then they fall it down. So which has to be clear from the technical committee. Prasanna Raja goes from the 2 serves, and they get the 2 points, and he's going for the third serve on the row. Villupuram Super Kings has to make their account open. They have to win this match. Prasanna goes for the serve, a dig by Amit. Middle blocker Vaishnav. And it's an easy dig by Prasanna. Vinith Kumar makes it. Vinith Kumar makes it for the team.
Prasanna is going for the hat-trick serve. Villupuram Super Kings kicked off with 1 point now. Scoreline is 3-1. Virudhnagar Kingmakers have 3 points. A point here for Virudhnagar Kingmakers, and they are moving on to 4 points.
Look at the replay action. The save was set by Prasanna, and there is a gap between Angamuthu and Vaishnav. Now you can see the other ball. Praveen goes for the attack, rebound, and it's a clean save by the libero. Now Prabhakaran goes for the dig, and Amit goes for the pipeline attack, and they get the point.
Praveen serves the ball for Villupuram Super Kings. And a point again for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. And they are moving on to 5 points. This is the dream start for Virudhnagar Kingmakers.
Virudhnagar Kingmakers had a bad start in the first 2 matches, and they have made a service error meanwhile from the Virudhnagar Kingmakers. But the third match between Kumari Phoenix versus Virudhnagar Kingmakers, they had a chance to come back. A winning note would be possibly a great high for the team Virudhnagar Kingmakers. They are a good team in this tournament. By the way, Vaishnav to serve for Villupuram Super Kings. Prasanna makes it for Karthik. A Karthik middle blocker, captain of Virudhnagar Kingmakers. VKM making a point for the team.
By the way, Amit has played for Ahmedabad Defenders, Mumbai Meteors, Hyderabad Black Hawks, Al Baha FC in UAE, Hyderabad Black Hawks. That's a brilliant experience for a player, and Tamil Nadu Volleyball League is blessed to have such a player with such experience. A point here for Villupuram Super Kings.
Vijay, these are the things, a good initiative by the Tamil Nadu Volleyball League, and which they are making as a trendsetter, where I think so the other states would have a keen watch, where else we can also see major league is happening in India. They will definitely pick new talents from the tournament. Meanwhile, there is a service error from the Angamuthu for Villupuram Super Kings. The young talented Nanda Gopal to serve for the team. A jump and a float, a small tag where Angamuthu saves it, and now for the attacker Parthiban. Parthiban who is representing Tamil Nadu Police for the state, Tamil Nadu, and he makes the point where we can see Vijay, Parthiban is so calm, and the reactions are very less, where there's a timeout call from the Villupuram Super Kings. The first timeout call. Let's stay and for the live action to begin another few minutes.
Welcome back, viewers. So, Sabri, we were talking about Parthiban. He played brilliantly in last game, and he was one of the key players for Virudhnagar Kingmakers.
No. You are wrong. He's not the key player for the team, and I think they have the volleyball is a team sport. I think the Karthik captain, they are picking up from the last matches. Virudhnagar Kingmakers have used things to go. Meanwhile, service dig by Praveen, and Amit was blocked, or the referee shows on the tape net. The Virudhnagar Kingmakers on a comfortable position. They have a 5 points difference, and then Nanda Gopal goes for the continued service. What a powerful service, but it's an out. It's a quick serve. Karthik appreciating the Nanda Gopal where he has to try for it, but they can try at this time. They have the huge difference, huge point difference. Now, where else we can't just estimate the Villupuram Super Kings as well as low. Amit Gulia to serve. He has a lot of experience. Amit Service error. Service error keeps on continue for the both the teams. Now Karthi goes for the serve.
So Karthik right now is working for income tax. And he's right now in Chennai. He has relocated from Bangalore.
Excellent dig. Excellent dig. And excellent, sensible by the Virupuram Super King Prabhakaran, who made the ball out. Dear viewers, you can also let us know who is going to win today's match. Either it is Virupuram Super Kings or VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers. We opt to know more details from you as well. And people who are listening from Tamil Nadu, please send us some input of the Tamil Nadu players who wanted to know more about them too. Where we can see the middle blocker, Yuvraj, who has represented Madras University. And he has been playing for the local club matches as well as he's been playing for the Tamil Nadu and various departments as a guest player. Now, Parthiban making it easy for the team where Prasanna makes the balls feeding positions both the extreme. That's one of the good sign and making it very easy. The captain for the Virupuram Super Kings, Vaishnav, is making a goal where we can see on the frame the Praveen Kumar, the left-hander. Now Prasanna to serve. Excellent dig by. And they get the point by Amit, a pipeline attack. Where we can see the replay of action of the pipeline attack. Now Vinayak keeps a set. And look how gentle, and he makes the position.
So talking about Vinayak Rokade, he has also played for Bengaluru Torpedoes. So that's the kind of experience what Villupuram has.
Excellent rally, Nandagopal. And dig. And now Praveen goes for the attack and that block by Saju Prakash and Parthiban. I think Parthiban has made it. This is the team spirit where the Virudhnagar Kingmakers definitely they are not giving a small space of room where you can see on the frame that Parthiban is always a calm and composed athlete, which is a good sign. But I'm very surprising the police, from the police department where I can see a player where is so calm and composed. That's a good sign. And this is also a positive sign how a player should be maintaining his sitter. And we have an example. Serve and middle blocker. There's a net touch. Claim. Saju Prakash has a net touch where the Virupuram Super Kings makes the point. Where we're speaking about the calm and composed. The only man who comes on the mind is MS Dhoni, where we can speak a lot about him. But this is a huge place. Now Praveen goes for the serve. A left-hander. Oh, line cut. Line cut. I think from the day one I'm seeing so much of service error, but that these things should not be happen in these kind of standards. A service should be a basic platform. Right now Saju goes for the serve, a middle blocker for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. Excellent dig by the Parthiban. Now Prasanna goes for the dig and a comfortable position for Nanda Gopal, jersey number 10. Look at the replay action. He goes for the extreme feeding and Nanda Gopal makes it very easy on the line for the team. And there's a super point call from the Virupuram Super Kings. Coach Manoharan makes a call for the team. And Coach Manoharan is a former Indian player and a middle blocker who played for IOB and also represented India. Amit makes it. Even though they makes it, they get the point of 10. There is a difference of 4. And Virudhnagar Kingmakers are in a solid position. Libero Ajit steps in for the Virudhnagar Kingmakers, student of DG Vaishnava College. Happy to see everybody, as well as we can see Ananda for the service. Anand from STC Palachi is a service expert, which is Manoharan making it up and a net touch. Oh, sorry. It's the foul claim bite. Now Prasanna mixing it up. It seems very easy for Vinith to make the adjustment and makes the point for them. That's a good sign. And earlier they have a carry which was claimed by the referee. And now Vinith to serve. Oh. Out. What is it something going back? What is that something making wrong for the team? That should be rectified. Errors are going back. Reception is more important also, as well as Vinith goes for the continuous service. Vinith to serve. Dig by Amit, and Amit goes for the attack. Dig and attack. That is the extraordinary playing where we can opt for the team. Now Angamuthu goes for the serve. Good. Oh, the ball doesn't place in the proper manner in his hand, and it goes for a big out. Now super speed Nandagopal to serve. Is he gonna good serve? A sensible serve. Middle blocker. Excellent dig. And Nandagopal goes for a stroke. Prabhakaran saves the ball. Now Parthiban. The team has gelled well, Vijay. The team has extremely gelled well. Even though they have first two matches a great loss. But there was a talk, this team is one of the best team. They could have been made it in the top 4. But they are coming back as a team. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. The team has to gel well. You know, the team practices and the training camp was less because everything was made on a short period of time. And there is a timeout call from the Villupuram Super Kings. Welcome back after the timeout. We can see so many young lads from Tamil Nadu is playing for the Tamil Nadu Volleyball League. Ajit, the young lad who has been played for DG Vaishnava and is also appointed for Tamil Nadu Police. And he is also making it a proper dig for his team. A vital role for the set. And now Nandagopal to serve. Nandagopal. Praveen makes the dig. And now all-rounder Angamuthu. Dig by Nanda. Parthiban. What a sensible way of attack. He just take the ball, hitting on the blocker's hand, and then it goes out. Now you can see the replay action. A dig. Now look at this action. Just a small moment of touch, which Vinayak Rogne touches and then goes out. Now Nandagopal goes for the serve. What a serve, but it's an error, service error, which has been a deadly speed, but the ball was on the Karthik's hand. That's the way, but you should be very careful when somebody serves. There's a position to be on the center court. Now Amit goes for the serve. He goes for the jump. Oh. Service error. I think more than 5-6 service errors, which I'm not wrong. I'm not good in statistics, but even though just making it and calculating in a manner, service error on the first sets of Villupuram Super Kings versus VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers. Now Karthik to serve, and it's a miss pass, easy drop, but they collected big, and Praveen makes it this time comfortably for the team. Saju Prakash should not made it a drop. He should have made it a 3-touch to be played, and that it could be a point for them. Meanwhile, there is a captain comes in for the block specialist. Now you can see Vinith and Nanda, where the two key players for the Villupuram Super Kings. Now Madhu, jersey number 7, comes for the serve. Excellent dig. The ball out. And the point goes for the Villupuram Super Kings. Timeout call, a good call from the VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers coach. I think one of the sensible way of doing it. VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers and the Villupuram Super Kings match will be continued after a few minutes.
We are back into action. VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers are with 20 points. And Villupuram Super Kings are deficit with 5 points here. There's a good chance for VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers to win the first set and to set the tone as far as this match is concerned. And absolutely a point here for VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers, and they've won the first set. That's a wonderful start. We'll be shortly back.
Dear viewers, welcome back for the Tamil Nadu Volleyball League, which has been organized by SRM, a great initiative for the young talented players for the Tamil Nadu, where we can see the other state players, like top players from India who has been representing and part of the team. And as well as I wanted to mention, this is a 5 sets and which has a 21 points. Normally volleyball has each set 25 points, but this time they have made it more interesting with super serve, super point, as well as they have 21 points to be played on the all the sets. That is one good sign. The team doesn't have no changes on the both the squads, and Vinayak Rokre to serve. Vinayak Rokre for the start.
The first point is into the account of VIRUDHNAGAR Super Kings.
That's a good start by Vineet for the VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers. Now Prasanna goes for the serve, and Vinayak Rokre. Whoa! Combination of attack. They are planning for a combination, I guess. Vinayak Rokre making the team to come back, and Praveen mixing it up. But even though the blockers from the VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers would not make it easy, they are Praveen to serve. The left-hander Praveen. Excellent dig. Now for the extreme Vineet. Makes it comfortable. Makes it comfortable. That's one of the best things where we can see the replay action of VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers. The dig and the Prasanna goes for the extreme, feeding for the ball. Vineet Kumar, and look at the action. That's the point.
Somebody, what's the reason for Villupuram struggling in this league?
That's one of the good questions which has to be mandatory. And meanwhile we can see, oh, dig, save, what a rally. What a rally. Now Nanda makes it. Nanda makes it. A super speed and very suppressing to see. A short man picking up a high jump and making it, breaking the tall blockers. It's one of the good sign of how talented you are in the volleyball. And now Parthiban goes to serve from VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers, whereas Villupuram Super Kings has a good team and they have an experienced lad and they are extremely good, but something is going on. The missing is the reception as well as the set. It's a change in the setter. Now Swaminathan steps in as well as Anand steps in. Manoharan, an experienced coach from Tamil Nadu soil, who is making it up for the team. Now Parthiban goes for the serve, and Praveen now. Okay, something could be understand. Just a start where we need something to be geared up. That's one of the good things we can see it up. And now you can see the blockers. Now Parthiban goes for the service. Dig by Prabhakaran and the extreme, and Amit making it up for the team. It's a powerful shot where you can see the replay action. Excellent dig by Prabhakaran, and you can see Vinayak pushes the ball to the extreme feed, and nothing could stop Amit. That's a great point for them. Good. And Prasanna, Vineet goes for an interaction. Meanwhile, now Villupuram to serve. Vaishnav. Parthiban dig and a drop. Swaminathan makes a set for the pipeline attack for the Praveen. That's another good thing where we can send it up. That's a good sign. The Swaminathan, a sensible, a Tamil Nadu guy, mixing it. I think the setter combination, my coach wants to check with lad. Oh, look at the dig where you can see the replay. The ball went inside, extremely inside, but Prasanna even though makes it up on one hand, and that's the Saju Prakash making the attack for the team and bringing it back. Saju serves and same tit for tat. Now Vivraj, the middle blocker, making it up for the team. Both the teams are making it equally right now. Villupuram Super Kings are coming back where we can also see a change on a setter, Swaminathan. Nav Anand goes for the serve. Miss pass. The play is called for the double, but the whistle wasn't been blown. Now Amit makes it up a stroke. Now Nandagopal. Out. 5 each. Both the points on the same line, where we can see happy faces. A good recovery by Villupuram Super Kings. They are back on track. Now Anand to go for the second serve. He makes it up. Excellent. Not a dig. It's a foul. Actually, there is a mistake. The ball, the reception is more important for the team. And the Prasanna makes the double for the team. There is a timeout call from the Virudhnagar Kingmakers.
Welcome back to live action. Scoreline is 5-4. Villupuram Super Kings all set to serve the ball. A point here for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. Scores are level here. It's 6-all. Service error for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. And a point again added to account of Villupuram Super Kings.
Amit to serve. Good dig. And Nanda Gopal makes a drop, but it has been extremely saved by the team. Praveen goes for the attack and Vinit saves it. And what? A continuous rally. Now Praveen goes for the other attack and dig by Vinit. Now Nanda Gopal makes a drop and now Praveen goes on the same. Now Vinit goes for it. And Karthik dig and Swaminathan to feet. And pipeline attack by Amit. Excellent dig by Parthiban. Ball goes on the rally. Oh. This time Amit makes it a point. What a rally. I think this is one of the biggest rally in this Tamil Nadu Volleyball League which I've seen it. And this is the sport. This is the competition. This is the toughness which we wanted to see. And that is the product where we can get it from the Tamil Nadu Volleyball League. What a sport, what a combination, what a rally. We should appreciate both the teams and we can identify easily both the teams are not giving up so easily. And now we can see Amit to serve. Amit goes for the attack as well as is extremely good. Now he goes for the serve. Something goes wrong, service error. A calm and composed. Now Villupuram Super Kings on the lead. That's one of the good sign. But viewers and the fans, please don't get disappointment. Anything could happen at any point of time because Super Point and Super Serve can change the game because they get 2 points on the score.
A point here for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. And they're moving on to 7 points. Well, Villupuram Super Kings all set to serve the ball. A point to Villupuram Super Kings.
Very happy to see the points table. Villupuram Super Kings on a 3-point difference where Yuvraj make the serve and Karthik. Excellent block by Praveen Vaishnav and the duo combo, but this is a powerful shot by the Parthiban. That's one of the best shots where you can go for the replay action. Look at the feeding, and look at the power of the shot. Nothing would stop Parthiban at the time, and now Karthi goes for the serve. They have to come back. Now VKM is on the 2 points back, and service error. A good smile, a good faces on the Villupuram Super Kings. I think Captain Vaishnav is making a great effort on the team to come up, and a good symbol of sign where we can see the setter has been changed by the coach Manoharan. And now Parthiban goes for the other thing, but this time they have been blocked by the Vaishnav. Look at the team combination. They are making it up. Swaminathan goes for the serve now. Big Vinit also in the block. Also in the block. Middle blocker Vaishnav showing it that's not so easy to come back, and they are making it up. Things are going, and you can see the setter has been changed in the VKM. That is Kabilam has stepped in. Kabilam just number 4, and the coach has made a change. Now the whistle blows up for the serve. VKM is to receive the dig. Parthiban makes the dig, and Vinit makes it up for the team. Both the setters, the setter combination has to be completely gelled up, and this, look at the Kabilan feeding up extremely for the all-rounder. Vinit makes a charge for it, and he gets the point. That's half. The team comes back. Now Kabilan to serve for the VKM. Dig by Amit. Middle blocker Vaishnav making it comfortable on the chart. I can see so many errors in the Praveen, but I'm not sure why the coach is not taking the Praveen out. But that should be a question mark, which should be a huge confidence on the player, which coach has it. And I think the coach has a huge confidence on Praveen. Meanwhile, Parthiban to serve. Service error again. That's the talk which we have been talking on same. And also in the stats where we can see so much of errors from the Praveen Kumar, where this young lad has to see the matches what he has played. And I think he has to come back. Now Vaishnav goes for the service. Dig and Kabilan. Combination of attack. Combination of attack. Look, the blockers have failed to do their role on the Villupuram Super Kings.
Virudhnagar Kingmakers are slowly moving forward with 11 points. Villupuram Super Kings are playing fascinatingly in the second set. There's still an opportunity for Virudhnagar Kingmakers to get back points. As I was mentioning about it, and a point added into account of Virudhnagar Kingmakers, and they're moving on to 12 points.
Happy to see the first boy playing from the Virudhnagar Kingmakers. The school guy has been playing for a team. Akash from Virudhnagar Kingmakers making it for the team. Look at the confidence and as well as the replay action. Virudhnagar Kingmakers are making it back to the team, as well as there is a timeout call from the Villupuram Super Kings. back to the second set of SNJ Tamil Nadu Volleyball League, the match between VILLUPURAM Super Kings versus VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers. A good positive note, Akash S from the VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers, a school boy, a debut player from this league, I can tell, the first boy to play in this tournament. That's a good positive sign where we can see and appreciate the coach. Oh, something is occurs from the commentators that should not happen, where we can see a change right now. Akash steps in, steps out, where we can see Saju Prakash stepping in. Now Anand goes for the serve. Super point call from the VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers. I think this is an ideal call. Yes, because if they reach 17 after, then they can make it, but the point difference should be 4. But the coach wants to make it up for the VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers. Clean dig and extend. Kabilan makes it for the team, where we can see the replay action. Now see, look at the extreme feeding end for the Nandagopal. Makes a tall ball and the blockers could not make it up. An easy point. Now there is a 1 point difference for the VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers, where they can come up easily on the chart. We need to serve. Reception and perfect. A good adjustment by Amit. Swaminathan has to be very careful on the feeding. That's more important. Hitting a ball is not necessary. Always you can do it. That's one of the good things. Where we can also look at more interesting points of the Akash, where we have the co-commentator Vijay could speak about the Akash, the young boy.
Akash is from St. Peter's School in Chennai and is studying in 12th standard. This is a good opportunity for him.
Whereas VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers are making it back-to-back action, but VILLUPURAM Super Kings still they are on the lead. 1 point difference, where we are continuing talking about the Akash, young lad from the St. Peter's School.
Yeah, as I spoke to him, he was quite exciting about this opportunity to rub shoulders with senior players.
That's one of the good thing. And Praveen is extremely making it up. A block, but even though nothing could stop the team on the position, still VILLUPURAM mixing it up. A 2 point difference right now. The service on the mark.
Madhu to serve for VILLUPURAM Super Kings. Scoreline is 18-16. Once again a point to VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers, and they are moving on to 17 points. They are getting closer to VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers. They are just short of 2 points. Madhu is all set to return to serve. It's timeout. Scoreline is 17 and 19. We'll be shortly back. Welcome back to action. Madhu is all set to serve again. He's serving consecutively for the second time here. This is the second set. A point here for VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers, and they are moving on to 20 points. And Karthik is all set to serve, the skipper of VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers. Villupuram Super Kings are moving to 20 points and Virudhnagar Kingmakers are with 17 points. Virudhnagar Kingmakers have to make sure that they are coming back into action. Yes, there we go. They got one more point here and they are moving on to 18 points. They're just short of 2 points. Virudhnagar Kingmakers are moving on to 18 points and Villupuram Super Kings are with 20 points.
Kabilan to serve. Service error. And the second set has been won by the Villupuram Super Kings.
Villupuram Super Kings square the score of 1-all, and this is a wonderful opportunity for Villupuram Super Kings to win this match and get a point here. We'll come back shortly into the third set. Stay tuned. Well, we can see here Tamil Nadu Fishery Minister is here watching here live of this match between Virudhnagar Kingmakers versus Villupuram Super Kings. It's SNJ Tamil Nadu Volleyball League's first edition, day 6, match 11. And the first set has been won by Virudhnagar Kingmakers and second set has been won by Villupuram Super Kings. So far the scores are 11. And we can also see there Mr. Arjun Dorai, who is chairman of Tamil Nadu Volleyball League. And as players are returning back, we can also see here Mr. Anthony Das, famous singer from Tamil Nadu, who is also watching Tamil Nadu Volleyball League's first edition. He's enjoying this evening, watching two teams playing.
SNJ Tamil Nadu Volleyball League third set, and the match is between Virudhnagar Kingmakers versus Villupuram Super Kings on the third set. The first set has been won by the Virudhnagar Kingmakers, whereas you can see the second set, Villupuram Super Kings are back on the track. And now they are starting with the setter Swaminathan, and they have stopped the Vinayak Rokte. Head coach Manogaran has made this decision on the second set, and they have made it. And now Prasanna to start the service. Amit, dig, and a sensible drop. Swaminathan mixing it making it for the team. That's a good sign. I think it should be a positive start for him, and young lad from Tamil Nadu should catch this opportunity where he should not give the row and sequence for the others. And now Swaminathan to serve.
They missed an opportunity to get a point here. Villupuram Super Kings, who are showing the grit here. Unfortunately, they are missing a point. One more point here for VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers. Parthiban is all set to serve the ball for VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers. A point here for Villupuram Super Kings. Score line is 2-all. The scores are level. Praveen is all set to serve the ball for Villupuram Super Kings. Oh, that's a good dig by Libero. A point here for VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers. And they are moving on to 3 points. It's a good opportunity for VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers to try to go on lead in this third set. VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers serves the ball. Well, a point again for VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers. That's a wonderful thing.
Anand is from STC Pollachi, as well as Swaminathan is from DG Vaishnava College. Both the young lads are making it for the team. They should never miss this opportunity. Dig by Praveen. And now falls the same. Anand, look at both the members combination. Both the guys are making it, and they are coming back. This is what the young lads wanted. And Yuvraj, Amit, as well as Anand on a row. Vaishnav to serve for the Villupuram Super Kings, VSK. Oh, you had a good question. What was the loss for the Villupuram Super Kings? But head coach Manoharan has decided to change the settings. Soto and good save. Parthiban, Prasanna, and for Vinith. Rebound, a good block. Now Nandagopal, excellent block. Now all 3 positions has been set it up, and now Amit goes for it. Block. It's not a block, it's a big out for the team. Amit, the ball on the position, the timing was been misplaced, and that happens at some times, but is an extremely good for his team throughout the season. We need to serve for his team. Deadly save, where we can see Swaminathan calls the Yuvraj, come closer, so that you can make the ball a bit. That's one of the good positive signs where the teams are getting gelled up and playing it for the team. Now Anand from STC Pollachi goes for the serve. Impressive. Still, it's been impressive. Also, the libero Prabhakaran for an experienced libero. Quick for Nandagopal to making it up.
Kingmakers are moving to 6 points. Villupuram Super Kings are with 4. Nandagopal serves the ball for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. And a point again for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. This competition is going pretty fantastic between these two teams. And Virudhnagar Kingmakers got 7 points under the belt. Nandagopal is serving the ball again. Oh, that's another serve. So a point here for Villupuram Super Kings. Amit is all set to serve the ball for Villupuram Super Kings. That was a wonderful smash by the Virudhnagar Kingmakers. Karthik is all set to serve the ball. Skipper Karthik. He's known for serving the ball smoothly. We can see here one more point adding into account of Villupuram Super Kings. And they are moving on to 6 points. Villupuram Super Kings all set to serve the ball. A point here for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. And they are moving on to 9 points. Parthiban is returning back to serve the ball for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. Well, a point for Villupuram Super Kings, and they are moving on to 7 points. Villupuram Super Kings all set to serve the ball. That was a good smash by Vineet.
SNJ Tamil Nadu Volleyball League. The day action between Villupuram Super Kings versus Virudhnagar Kingmakers. A massive change in the Villupuram Super Kings team. We can see it up. A good effort. Now Amit blocks. A single block by Amit. A small smile between the team. Between Karthik and Vineet. You can see the replay action. The setter goes for it, but Amit gets into the block. There is a super point call from the Villupuram Super Kings. Saji to serve. Good dig. Now again Amit. Block. Now next. Oh, I think the point has been gone for the Virudhnagar Kingmakers. They are in the track. Now you can see huge difference right now. 14 points they have leaded. And you can see the replay action where the Prabhakaran gets up, sets the attacking position, but Amit gets into the block of Vinith. 6 points of difference. Sajid Prakash goes for the continuous service. Now Virudhnagar Kingmakers are in a comfortable position. Now Vaishnav is making up the point for the team. Things are different on the third set for the Villupuram Super Kings. Good combination of attack. Oh no. That's a ball. A shoot ball for Karthik. Where we can see Virudhnagar Kingmakers are making so much of a slight difference. One and there on the feeding. Now we need to serve. Vinith goes for the serve, but he got it, but Karthik goes for a argument with Nanda. Why did you take it up? I could have digged it easily. Look. Anand goes for attack. This is the mistake which has been done by VKM. Nevertheless, they are on a solid point difference. Anand, service error. Englad from STG Pollachi goes on for the service error. Now Nanda Gopal to serve. Jersey number 10, Nandu, they called it as. Is he going for an outright because there is a lead? There is a timeout call. No, because the whistle has been blown. A good finish by the middle blocker and nice adjustment too. Makes it, gives no room for the team. Now Amit to serve. Too much of efforts has to be definitely have to make from the Villupuram Super Kings since they want to make the point. Service error. Service error, service error, service error. Where we can also see the statistics point. A Spotify app which has been exclusively working on this league. That is a good initiative by Tamil Nadu Volleyball League, which none other league on the domestic range, unless and until starting it on a good base. That's what the players wanted. And Karthik to serve. Good reception. Ball goes for the out. It's net and out. Ball doesn't touch the opponent. And there is a timer call by Villupuram Super Kings. Welcome back, viewers, where we can also see ministers and the SNJ chairman and Tamil Nadu lifetime president Arjun Turai is having a chat, and he's having keen discussion, and he's having a huge vision and how to improvise the Tamil Nadu Volleyball League in a better platform on the next season. Now Karthik goes for the serve, and a good decision by the libero Prabhakaran. Libero Prabhakaran is an experienced player who has represented various number of teams, and for the league he has been representing Calicut Heroes and has represented India various number of times. A good sensible player. That's a good positive note on the same thing. Now Madhu goes for the serve. Can Madhu bring more points? That's the only way which they can do it. But honestly, the reality couldn't be so easy. Good Jake. Extreme. And Parthiban gets into the block. That's one of the difficult positions where the players are ready, good enough to stop those blocks as well as. And meanwhile, Madhu goes for the continuous serve. Points are coming on the direction for the Virudhnagar Kingmakers. For all the teams, the initial start is so must. And that's a thing they wanted. Now the sitter Prasanna Raja goes for the serve. Prasanna makes the serve. Praveen makes it up. The power and the response. Making it a clear vision. What's happening? There is a call by the referee. And there is a whistle blow for the service. Swaminathan. Prasanna. Parthiban and blocked. Good adjustment by Vinith. Now Praveen. Good. What a comeback. What a comeback for Praveen. This is what the team they wanted, but sometimes the teams are getting off on at some point of time. Now Virudhnagar Kingmakers are going for a timeout call.
Welcome back live to SNJ Tamil Nadu Volleyball League, first edition. It's third set. Virudhnagar Kingmakers are leading here with 19 points, and VILLUPURAM Super Kings are with 15 points. Can Virudhnagar Kingmakers finish it off in style as far as third set is concerned by winning 2-1? There we go. That was a good dig from VILLUPURAM Super Kings. And a point here for VILLUPURAM Super Kings, and they are moving on to 16 points. The battle of these two teams are on, and it's VILLUPURAM Super Kings serves the ball. That was a completely miss of smashing the ball from Virudhnagar Kingmakers. Saju missed the ball, and a point here again for VILLUPURAM Super Kings, and they are moving on to 17 points, just 2 points short to level the score in the third set. Maybe that could have been a turning point for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. Perhaps Shaju would have got a point here. Once again a point for VILLUPURAM Super Kings, and they're moving on to 18 points. They're getting closer to score of Virudhnagar Kingmakers. If they win this set and they'll become 2-1, we'll be shortly back. They are right back into action. It was well required break for these two teams to think about how to get this point, because this set is a crucial set. Winning this set would make one of these two teams to lead this match. Villupuram Super Kings all set to serve the ball. A point here for VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers, and they are moving on to 20 points. So it's a game point for VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers. Just 1 point required for VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers to seal the set. It's time out again. We'll be shortly back. Players are getting back onto the court. And it's third set. Just 1 point required for VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers to win the set. Vinit is all set to serve. Oh, I beg your pardon. Parthiban is all set to serve the ball for VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers. Well, the scores are getting closer, and Villupuram Super Kings are moving on to 19 points. Just 1 point required for them to equal the score of VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers. Mind you, there's just 1 point required for VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers to win the set. So it's going to be an even contest between these two teams. This is third set, and still the fight is going on. A point here for VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers, and they have won. And they have won 2 sets. 2-1. Out of 3 sets, they won 2 sets. 1 set was being won by Villupuram Super Kings. We'll be shortly back. Welcome back to SNJ Nadu Volleyball League's first edition. The match is between Villupuram Super Kings and VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers. VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers are with lead 2-1. And it's going to be fourth set. Match is still poised where any of these teams can win because as per the rules, it's mandatory. Both teams have to play 5 sets irrespective of whatever the scoreline is. So first set, Virudhnagar Kingmakers were with 21 points and 15 points for Villupuram Super Kings. Second set, they were dominating completely. They were with 21 points and 18 points for Virudhnagar Kingmakers, but Virudhnagar Kingmakers nevertheless came back stronger. Swaminathan served the ball for Villupuram Super Kings. Well, Vinit has got a point here for Virudhnagar Kingmakers, and the first point into the score line. Well, once again a point for Virudhnagar Kingmakers, and they are moving on to 2 points. Villupuram Super Kings are yet to open account. That was a good dig from Prasanna. Well, that was a smart move by Parthiban. Once again, a smart move by Parthiban. A point here for Villupuram Super Kings. They have opened the account here. They are moving on to 1 point. Praveen is serving the ball for Villupuram Super Kings. Well, it's an error serve. Once again, a point added into account of Virudhnagar Kingmakers. Parthiban is all set to serve the ball for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. One more point here for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. The score line for the fourth set is 4-1. Virudhnagar Kingmakers are leading here. Parthiban is continuing his serve. This time, for a change, a point for Villupuram Super Kings. They are moving on to 2 points. Captain Vaishnav is all set to serve the ball for Villupuram Super Kings. That was a fabulous job by Nandagopal, and a point here for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. Saju Prakash is getting ready to serve the ball for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. Scoreline is 5-2. Virudhnagar Kingmakers are leading in the fourth set. They already won 2 sets, and 1 set was won by Villupuram Super Kings. Well, a point here for Villupuram Super Kings, and they are moving on to 3 points. Anand Kumar for Villupuram Super Kings is getting ready to serve the ball. Whoa, that was a good job from Karthik. A point again for oh no. Yes, a point here for Virudhnagar Kingmakers, and they're moving on to 6 points. Vinit Kumar is all set to serve the ball for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. A point for Villupuram Super Kings. They are gently moving forward. They have got 4 points now. They're getting closer to Virudhnagar Kingmakers. Once again, Villupuram Super Kings got a point here, and they are going to 5 points. Amit is all set to serve the ball for Villupuram Super Kings. Amit, can he able to do it for Villupuram Super Kings? A point again for Villupuram Super Kings, and the scores are level. It's 6-all. Well, you can see the ball has gone out of the court, and point has been awarded to Villupuram Super Kings. Amit serves the ball. Karthik fetches a point here for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. And now Virudhnagar Kingmakers are leading with 7 points. Nandagopal serves the ball for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. Well, you can see a good rally there. Well, a point has gone to favor of Villupuram Super Kings. They have leveled the score 7-all. Look at that. Libero couldn't able to reach out to the ball, and a point has gone into the favor of Villupuram Super Kings.
Yuvraj goes for the serve. Big and ball extremely inside on the net touch. Prasanna Raja makes the mistake for this time. The ball feeding went wrong. Now Yuvraj and the Virupuram Super Kings on the 2 points lead.
Virupuram Super Kings are with 8 points. And they are leading now. The fourth set. Well, Virudhnagar Kingmakers couldn't able to convert it as a point, and one more point added into account of Virudhnagar Villupuram Super Kings. And they are moving on to 9 points. Yuvraj continues his set consecutively for the third time. Its timeout will be shortly back. Welcome back into action. Villupuram this time is leading the fourth set with 9 points and 7 points for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. Yuvraj continues his serve. Good block by Vinith. Wonderful smash. And a point here for Virudhnagar Kingmakers.
Chinna, the guy who has been newly added for the place of Parthiban, and the headshot. That's
Vignesh. Chinna is a nickname of Vignesh. Karthik to serve the ball for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. A point here for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. And scores are level 9 all. Karthik serves.
where the setter sets the ball, but Vaishnav could not make it. That's a problem where you should have an understanding for the ball feeding it up. And now, oh, what an adjustment by Praveen. What an adjustment. You can see the replay action of the point. Look, dig, and the ball, the feeds, and he adjusted and well placed and nicely attacked by Praveen. Saminathan to serve. Dig by and miss pass. Prasanna has to make sure his feeding is in the proper manner, and there is a touch out where you can see Saju Prakash and Prasanna Raja. Look at the replay action. Now Praveen goes for an outright. Good. Might be Vinayak Rockday, the sitter. Could be a massive change by the head coach Manoharan. And now Saminathan goes for the continuous service. Chinna a dig. And now Nanda, a powerful shot, and it's an out. Chinna allies Vignesh. Now Nanda Gopal and Vinith Kumar. The fire, but right now Kabilan to serve. Attacking. That block. Saju Prakash makes no mistakes. Right for the replay action. You can see him more clearly. That goes for the feeding, and but that block. Even though Libero getting to try on it, Kabilan goes for the continuous service. Miss pass. Miss pass. The scores were level right now. Right now, they are
Now
making it.
Virudhnagar Kingmakers have moved forward with additional points. So they are 12 points. And Villupuram Super Kings are with 11 points. Kabilan is serving the ball. A point here for Villupuram Super Kings. Praveen Kumar fetched a point here, and he'll be serving the ball for Villupuram Super Kings.
Sets. Amit. Goal. Post on the right position on the line. Villupuram Super Kings gets the point. Praveen goes for the serve. Dig and nice adjustment by Saju. And a good comeback by Prasanna. Now Vignesh goes for the serve. That is the jersey number 1, Chinna. Let's see, he has been replaced for the Parthiban for the Virudhnagar Kingmakers. The coach has made a move for the change. Jump. Good serve. Impressive. Amit gets a point for the team. Villupuram Super Kings also making it. Now you can see the replay action of Amit making it up. That's block, but Vineet and Sajud goes for a try, but could not make it up. Change in the service. So Madhu steps in for the difficulty to produce on the service, so that if there is any disturbance on the reception, that could make a point difference for the team. Now Madhu goes for the serve.
Well, point for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. Well, the scores are level. The fourth set, it's 14 all. The schoolboy is into action for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. Schoolboy Akash. Yeah. He's from St. Peter's in Chennai, studying 12th standard. What an exposure for him.
Vijay, did you look at the confidence level? I'm really surprised on seeing him look at the attitude, and that's a good exposure for him. That's also a good sign for a team, for a guy like this. And he's going for the service. That's a good sign for the Tamil Nadu Volleyball League. A much appreciated one, where we can also see the ministers who are sitting on the lane. We have the former minister, S.V. Mayyanathan. And look at the crowd. Look at the support. Look at the massive replay of the service. Miss pass. Goes it up. Huge pressure. Huge pressure building it up. A nice move by the coach. And he goes for the next serve. And a good serve.
Well, Villupuram Super Kings got a point here. And scores are level with 15 all.
We have special dignitaries in our tournament. We have through Siva V. Mayanathan, Minister for Environment and Climate Change. And we have one more minister accompanying him is through Anita R. Radhakrishnan, Minister for Fisheries, Fisherman Welfare and Animal Husbandry. We would like to have a welcome.
Anand Kumar serves the ball for
Thank
Villupuram
you so
Super
much.
Kings.
And meanwhile, it's a big out. Villupuram Super Kings have to make sure the service stays on. There should not be a service error.
Vineet is all set to serve the ball for VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers. Scores are 16-15. And a point here for Villupuram Super Kings. And scores are level now. It's 16 all. Amit is all set to serve the ball for Villupuram Super Kings. It's a super point. Time. It's opted by VIRUDHNAGAR Super Kings, VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers.
But there is a confusion. The referee is talking on the same. I think after the whistle blown, super points could not be taken it up. But the decision is still pending. We are yet to get from the official referees. There is a talk on the team. That's the referee's decision has made it that there is no super point. Still, there is a claim on the but now there is no super point call. Now they are going for the service. Amit to serve.
Well, it's a good opportunity for Villupuram Super Kings to get a point here and to lead. Report said, well, VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers took a lead here by getting a point. They are moving on to 17 points.
Look at this SMS pass. The middle blocker tried to stop the ball, but jersey number 13, Saminathan, looking at each face. Saminathan and Yuvraj are looking at each other and blaming it on. A silly mistake, which is not acceptable. There is no super point call because the whistle is blown and the serve is to be on. Nandagopal makes the serve and Praveen gets in the dead block and the team scores are not equal. Now the team goes on the difference of 2 points. Now you can see the replay action of the Saminathan sets the ball for the Praveen. Goes for the attack, but Vinith and Karthik is not giving a room for it. Karthik makes the block, a dead block for the Praveen. And now VKM is in the difference of 2 points. Where is the timer call from the team? Villupuram Super Kings.
We are back into action in the fourth set. VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers are with 18 points and Villupuram Super Kings are with 16 points. Nandagopal is all set to serve the ball for VIRUDHNAGAR Kingmakers. Can he able to convert this into 19 points? Well, it's an error in serve. And a point has been awarded to Villupuram Super Kings and they are moving on to 17 points. Well, Vaishnav is back into the court. He has replaced Madhu. Vinayak Rakodes getting ready to serve the ball for Villupuram Super Kings. Action is all set. That was a wonderful smash by Vinit Kumar from Virudhnagar Kingmakers. And score is 19-17. 19 for Virudhnagar Kingmakers, 17 for Villupuram Super Kings. Karthik is all set to serve the ball for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. Karthik is all set to serve the ball here. And Virudhnagar Kingmakers have a good opportunity to go on to 20 points. Now, can he do it for Virudhnagar Kingmakers? Well, Villupuram Super Kings getting a point here. Captain Vaishnav does the job in handsome style. Swaminathan is all set to serve the ball here. Virudhnagar Kingmakers are with 19 points and Villupuram Super Kings are with 18 points. Another point here for Virudhnagar Kingmakers, and it's 20 points for Virudhnagar Kingmakers, and Villupuram Super Kings are with 18 points.
Praveen gets the point for the team. Sometimes it's one-man show around the clock. He goes hit, 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 hit. But volleyball is completely a team sport, where you can see 19-20, a crucial situation for the teams. But at this time, Vijay, please make a note. If Virupuram Super Kings, Praveen makes a super serve, they won the set. But it's not happening. Now Vinith mixing it up, and Virudhnagar Kingmakers have won their second match of this tournament, and the points are, the first set has been 21-15 in the Virudhnagar Kingmakers. The second set they have lost on the 21-18. Third set they come back 21-19 on the fourth set, 21-19, and it's an extraordinary and good match by the Virupuram Super Kings, as well as they have, even though they have lost all the matches, but in this tournament, SNJ Tamil Nadu Volleyball League particularly, they have to play all the 21 points in all the 5 sets, and they have super serve and super points. But right now Virudhnagar Kingmakers have won the matches, and they had a good start in the early match with a Kumari Phoenix. That's how the team has started the winning moment, and that's makes it. We'll catch up the live action of the 5th set after a short time. SNJ Tamil Nadu Volleyball League, which is happening in the Chennai Santhom Indoor Court. And you can see the setup, and it is outstanding. We have a warm welcome from the players, officials, and everybody is pleased on it. And there are rules and regulations which is being followed on the tournament. All the teams have to play 5 sets on the matches, and if they lose like the same way, right now Virupuram Super Kings have won only 1 set, and the Virudhnagar Kingmakers have already won the 3 sets, 3-1, but they are playing the 5th set, so they have officially won the match, but they are playing for the points right now. Virupuram Super Kings haven't won 1 match for this tournament, and still Kabilan to serve. Amit, Praveen to get the point. Good sign of actions. Kabilan. Drop, but there is a dig. Swaminathan. Praveen. What a shot. That's a great powerful attack. But by the way, Vijay, I think even though you are losing the sets, but the team spirit of Virupuram Super Kings is a little higher. Net service error. Service error. Swaminathan Englad, contestant of DG Vaisa, is also getting experienced and learning experience all the ways, I think. And he could have did it well on the service. Now Vignesh goes for the serve, but it's out. Again, the Virupuram Super Kings Praveen to serve. Dig. Kabilan. Saju. Simple, but that's the list of reasons where the blocker could make it up and make it feasible too. There's so many things to be done. Good combination of attack. Anand goes in. Right now we can see all the viewers and listeners, please be careful that this will be a great impact. Now there's a smile between Vineet and Amit. Open, and they make the point. Look at the understanding. Look at the volleyball. Even though they play opponent, but they have a good understanding. That's the spirit of the sport. Friendship is must. Good adjustment. The point goes for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. Now Vinit to serve. Prabha. Drop. Excellent dig by the labor of Virudhnagar Kingmakers. Nice adjustment by Nandagopal. Libero Prabhakar and make the stroke and make it safe for the team. And now pipeline attack by Praveen. Dig. Save. Again Amit. Dig. Save. Continuous rally. Huge applause. Now this time it should finish, but there's a confusion. Finally middle blocker, mixing it up, and pipeline attack. Drop, and they get the point. They get the point. Vignesh does it. What a rally. What a rally. This is so easy.
Vinith is all set to serve the ball for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. It's fifth and final set. A point here.
Excellent, powerful attack by Amit. This is what we are expecting from Villupuram Super Kings, but it doesn't become a one-man show always, right? So it's a team sport, and it is also in the rotation braces. Now Anand goes for the service. Englad from STC Pollachi. Now, are we gonna make it up? No, it's a service error. As simple as that.
Nanda Gopal is all set to serve the ball for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. Scoreline is 6-5. 6 for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. Well, error in serve, and a point has been awarded to Villupuram Super Kings. And score line is 6-all. Amit is all set to serve the ball for Villupuram Super Kings. Well, that was mispass, and a point to Villupuram Super Kings. Amit is continuing his service. And a point here for Villupuram Super Kings, and they're moving on to 7 points with a lead of 1 point. That was a wrong and error serve, and a point has been given to Virudhnagar Kingmakers, and 7-all. Skipper Karthik of Virudhnagar Kingmakers is all set to serve the ball. Once again a point for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. And they are moving on to 8 points. Karthik is continuing his service consecutively for the second time. That was a phenomenal service by Karthik, and they are moving on to 9 points here. Villupuram Super Kings are still with 7. Skipper Karthik. Its timeout will be shortly back, opted by Villupuram Super Kings. Will be back. We are back into action. Virudhnagar is leading with 9 points in the 5th set, where Villupuram Super Kings are with 7 points. Karthik will be serving for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. That was a powerful serve. A point here for Villupuram Super Kings. Yuvraj is all set to serve the serve. And a point for Villupuram Super Kings, and they're moving on to 9 points. It's 9-all. Yuvraj will be continuing his serve for Villupuram Super Kings. That was a good dig. Well, again a point to Villupuram Super Kings, and they are moving on to 10 points. Yuvraj will be continuing for the third consecutive time. His serve. That was a massive one from Virudhnagar Kingmakers.
Look at the replay shot of Vinith Kumar making it up in the line. Nothing could stop that point. 10 each. Kabilan on the serve.
That was a phenomenal job by Praveen Kumar from Villupuram Super Kings. Swaminathan is all set to serve the ball for Villupuram Super Kings. There we go, Swaminathan. That was a wonderful job by Vignesh by smashing the ball hard and getting a point here for Virudhnagar Kingmakers, and the scores are level. It's 11 all. Well, it was a wrong service error. Unfortunately, Vignesh couldn't able to capitalize it.
Now Praveen goes for the serve. Left-hander Praveen to serve. Good serve, but there's a good dig also. Nandagopal making it on a clear dig, and it's a powerful shot. Look at the reception. Excellent reception by the Virudhnagar Kingmakers Liberu, and good feed by the Kabilan. Now he gets the free hand to hit where the blocker doesn't come for the position. 12 each. Meanwhile, Saju Prakash to serve. Service error. Service error.
Vaishnav is all set to serve the ball for Villupuram Super Kings. Experienced campaigner Vaishnav.
Nice adjustments, but there is a dig by Amit. And pipeline attack by Praveen, but it's an out. Oh, look. There is a nut touch claim by... Yep, the referee made a decision that there is a net touch, but Kati doesn't agree for it. The point goes for the Virupram Super Kings, and Vaishnav to serve. Overreach by Yuvraj of Virupram Super Kings. The point goes for the Virudhnagar Kingmakers.
Scoreline is 14-13. 13 for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. Vinith Kumar is getting ready to serve the ball for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. Once again, good job by Praveen Kumar. Nanda Kumar does the job this time for Virudhnagar Kingmakers, and a point added here for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. Scores are level. Parthiban is all set to serve the ball. Oh, Vinith Kumar does the job for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. Incredible stuff from him. It's timeout. We'll be shortly back. I beg your pardon, it's super point. Opted by Villupuram Super Kings. Vineet Kumar is serving the ball for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. That's absolutely marvelous job by Madhu from VILLUPURAM Super Kings. Super point opted this time by Virudhnagar Kingmakers. VILLUPURAM Super Kings all set to serve the ball. Super point for Virudhnagar Kingmakers, and they are moving on to '17 points. Nandagopal is all set to serve the ball for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. Excellent stuff from Yuvraj, gaining a point here for VILLUPURAM Super Kings, and they are moving on to 17 points. Scores are level, 17 all. Amit is all set to serve the ball for VILLUPURAM Super Kings. VILLUPURAM Super Kings, although they took a little bit of time here, but they came back stronger. There we go. Ahmed is serving the ball. That was a wonderful job by Vignesh from Virudhnagar Kingmakers. Karthik is all set to serve the ball for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. It's 18 points for Virudhnagar Kingmakers and 17 points for VILLUPURAM Super Kings. This match is getting closer and closer. There's a bit of substitution which is happening on the court.
Things are comfortably already the comfortably positioned on for the Virudhnagar Kingmakers, even though now they are making it up. Now dig. Oh, good save by the Virudhnagar Kingmakers. Now Praveen goes for the hit. Net touch by Vikraman. That happens, but there is a calm and composed by the team because they have already won the set. But even though you can see the fire in between the two matches, 18 all, they don't want to make it by any time, anything to be lost at any point of time. Now you can see Virupuram Super Kings have made Vinayak Rokde to step in at the crucial time. That's what the coach Manoharan has made it the move. Now there is a timer call. Interesting by Virupuram Super Kings. We'll catch you after the short break.
Well, we are back into action. The fifth set. Vinayak Rakod served the ball for Villapuram Super Kings. Well, a point here for Virudhnagar Kingmakers. As we can see here, the excitement in this team.
Kabilan to serve for the Virudhnagar Kingmakers. 19-18. I don't know Parthiban or viewer form or FGSN. Shit, we will definitely make some things good happen. A
Whoa.
nice sensible drop by Villupuram Super Kings. 2 more points. The team whichever gets the 2 points and a quick rally, then they opt to win it up. Now Swaminathan to serve. Kabilan makes it extreme feeding, but Vinith Kumar making it up. So solid performance by Vinith Kumar, attacker, experienced one. They have won the inaugural edition of the Prime Volleyball League, representing Kolkata Thunderbolts, and there is a timeout call by Villupuram Super Kings.
We are back into action. Scoreline is 20-19.
Things are different when we play on a professional volleyball where the team has 25. Now we can see, happy to see Akash to come for the service, the confidence, and he has made the point for the team. Now Akash from the St. Peter's School serves, a 12th standard guy. Now dead block. Now Madhu to attack, but the block was happened, the ball was out. Now each teams are equal, but the team whichever gets the first 21 points, they get the set. Now Praveen Kumar to serve. Now Vignesh steps in. Only one thing they have to make sure they concentrate. They have a very good combination. Vineet as well as Nandagopal. Make sure they have the reception. Good reception. Now extreme. Nanda mix it up and they won the match. Villupuram Super Kings versus Virudhnagar Kingmakers. Virudhnagar Kingmakers have made it the set difference 4 and Villupuram Super Kings have got 1. The first set was won by Virudhnagar Kingmakers 21-15. The second set was won by Villupuram Super Kings on 21-18. The third and fourth and fifth set was continuously won by Virudhnagar Kingmakers. Virudhnagar Kingmakers are going top in the points table, and we have one more match coming up shortly. And thank you so much, viewers, to watch this match. And we'll wait for the next match to start up and lively action very soon.
மாண்புமிகு தமிழ்நாட்டினுடைய சுற்றுச்சூழல் மற்றும் பருவநிலை காலநிலை மாற்றத்தினுடைய அமைச்சர் திரு சிவனடியார் அவர்கள் சிறந்த விளையாட்டு வீரர்களுக்காக பரிசை வழங்குவார். அறிவுறுத்தப்பட்டது. தமிழ்நாடு அரசுடைய மாற்றுமிகு மீன்வளம் மற்றும் மீனவர் நலத்துறை மற்றும் கால்நடை பராமரிப்புத்துறை அமைச்சர் மாண்புமிகு கோயில்பட்டி அமைப்பு குறித்த திரு அஞ்சலி அவர்கள் நினைவு பரிசை வழங்கி சிறப்பு செய்கிறார். இந்த விழாவை சேர்ப்பதற்காக வந்திருக்கிற தமிழ்நாடு அரசு மாநிலத்தில் சுற்றுலா மற்றும் கால்நடை மாநிலத்துறை அமைச்சர் திரு சிவஸ்ரீ மயிலாக அவர்களுக்கு நினைவு பரிசை வழங்கி சிறப்பு செய்கிறார். இந்த போட்டியுடைய சிறந்த விளையாட்டு வீரராக விருதுநகர் கிங்மேக்கர்ஸ் அணியுடைய N10 நந்தகோபால் அவர்கள் தேர்ந்தெடுக்கப்பட்டிருக்கிறார்கள். விருதுநகர் கிங்மேக்கர்ஸ் அணியுடைய N10 நந்தகோபால் அவர்கள் சிறந்த விளையாட்டு வீரருக்கான பரிசை பெறுகிறார். நாளை தினம் 3 போட்டிகள் நடைபெற இருக்கிறது. ஆகவே முதலாவது போட்டி சரியாக 3:30 மணி அளவில் இருக்கிறது. அதனைத் தொடர்ந்து 6:30 மணி அளவில் இரண்டாவது போட்டி, மூன்றாவது போட்டி 8:30 மணி அளவில் தொடங்க இருக்கிறது என தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறோம். இன்று நினைவுபடுத்துவது நாளை தினம் 3 போட்டிகள் நடைபெற இருக்கிற காரணத்தினால் முதலாவது போட்டி சரியாக 3:30 துவங்கும் என்று தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறோம். பணிவாளர்களுக்கு இனவகுப்பு 3-4-5 என்கிற இனவகுப்பு ஒன்று அது உறுதியாக அது வழி சற்று ஓரமாக